just love theatre. I think it's my great passion. And then I decided to do this course at LAMDA because I wanted to work in theatre professionally. So I'm not from here, I'm from China, and I came to London back quite a few years ago for traveling, and I just really loved the whole theatre scene in London. And when I decided to try to get into the professional theatre industry, I thought London would be the best place to go. And I started to do research on drama schools. I really like the vibes of LAMDA, because when I went there for interview, it just felt, people are very friendly and they're very willing to tell you about their lives. After I graduated, I started off doing a combination of sound design and technical work, but my main focus was on sound design. One of the first shows I did got me a nomination for Best Sound Design, which was really helpful for my career. And I got this great chance to work at Stratford East, which is a mid-scale, and that was my first main house production. And then that also got me another nomination. People started to pick that up, and then so since then I've been sort of doing sound design non-stop. One of the best things about LAMDA is that you don't have to choose a specialization. Like particularly for me at the time, I wasn't that much aware of all the backstage roles. In the first year, we get to just learn all the backstage disciplines, which is very helpful for me to get to know all those different drop roles. And then really it was from that I got to know more about theatre sound and sound design and sound engineering, and that's how I got interested in sound and eventually decided to specialize in it. At the time, we needed to do like 4 show roles throughout the year, and then 3 of them I did sound, which basically just meant I work on the LAMDA productions as sound designer and also production sound engineer. And part of the course was placement, which means you do an internship with either a production or theatre company. So I did 2 placements when I was second year. The first one was at Lyric Hammersmith, which is just very close to LAMDA. I was doing sound assistant on their panto, so I worked very closely with the sound designer, and I was in the rehearsal quite a lot, operating QLab, and then just to see how that kind of rehearsal is like. All the tutors I had at LAMDA were from the professional background, so they had all been working in the industry for however long, and then they decided to teach at LAMDA. So then it was great to learn from them about what the industry is like, and then what skills we needed to have. After we graduated, we had the options to go into different fields like radio, film and TV, and also events. So I personally have worked in the capacity of radio play and short films, and I know some of them graduated and then really started to work on like film and TV, which is super fun. It's quite, I think it's different vibes, but then you get to sort of transfer the skills you learned at LAMDA to those different fields. With my course mates, we all worked very closely through the 3 or 2 years. So I, developed some really great friendships. I think it's the creativity side of things I really enjoyed, and then the collaboration, because you work with this group of people very closely for a period of time. Towards the end of my second year, I was doing sound design on the show, and the director was very inclusive, and then she was very open for my ideas, and then I thought I did a very nice sound design, and the sound tutor at the time said, I thought like design-wise there's nothing more I can teach you, and I was like, that's so lovely. I felt constantly encouraged when I was at LAMDA. There's always support, like professionally or even personally. Yeah, so it just an all-round, very lovely experience at LAMDA. Yeah, I really enjoyed my time there.